Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. My external hard drive I bought in 2007, so it was definitely beyond time for me to replace it because, that's pretty risky to have such an old external hard drive. But I got a new 2 terabyte external hard drive or 3. I'm not sure what it is. I got sidetracked with organizing my computer and throwing out old files and archiving things and just cleaning everything up. That just kind of always happens randomly for me. I just get to the point where I'm like, all right, I need to clean this up. One of my triggers, I always design the wallpaper on my laptop background in a special way where I can design all my files where I want them and everything's kind of labeled in some weird Valerie way. I realized I needed to update my wallpaper, which turned into me archiving stuff, which turned into me realizing that my external hard drive was full and ordering a new one. I rarely buy new things for myself as far as technology, so it's always exciting when you get something new. Anyway, I was just watching a lot of videos today in the background, and I did notice a theme where I was kind of hearing people talk about over and over again the time or the moment when they kind of put their foot down and sort of change their lives to do whatever they want. One girl was talking about where she just kind of stopped what she was doing. I guess she didn't like her job or whatever. And she was just like, all right, either take me out of this place or let me live a life where I'm just living my true purpose every day. And from that moment where she kind of like mentally put her foot down, she was able to figure out how to do what she wanted to do. I guess kind of using the internet, getting clients, figuring out some sort of business of some kind. And that just kind of grew and grew and grew to where she was just pretty successful being herself. And I just believe like this is the time, 21st century, whatever's happening right now. I know there's a lot of pain and suffering and things happening, but I see a big shift into people being able to just be happy and be weird and just doing things and using the internet to make money and or stopping everything that they're doing and becoming farmers or something totally different, something you would never think that you could go back to. So there's like this weird shift that I'm seeing between kind of really going back to basics or using technology and just really creating a totally unique life where you can just buy your dream home and be a tarot card reader on YouTube or something so weird, or be anything on YouTube or anything on whatever platform is the most popular for whatever or whoever you are. But there's just so much opportunity. So one of my favorite comedians, he had a bit today. He was just making fun of comedians that couldn't make a living. And yeah, of course it's hard probably being a comedian at any point of time that has ever existed, and it's probably still hard today, but he was just kind of making fun of everybody. If you can't figure out how to be funny and scratch together $2,000 of Patreon money to pay your rent, then you're probably not funny. I think he's just kind of joking. But the point is that with the mainstream media kind of crumbling and no one having cable anymore, and really nobody watching the news and just everything shifting, and with the fact that there's really no more movie theaters anymore and just all the gatekeepers are gone. If you want to make a movie, you can make a movie today by yourself and publish a movie with Amazon, and people can rent it for free on Amazon Prime and you get a cut of some kind. You could literally shoot, edit, publish a movie in one day and have 1 million people rent it the next day. Or you could literally write a song a day, write it, record it, publish it, and 1 million people download it the next day. They might just be streaming it and you might not be able to, they might be watching the movie for free or they might be listening to the song for free. But from that launch pad of a successful thing that you've created, you can figure out 10 other revenue streams to possibly make money for building an audience or whatever it is. One YouTube video could build an audience of 1,000 true fans that takes you to the next level and gets you to a point where you can sell a fictional book or a workshop or one of the endless amount of ideas to sell things. Maybe you want to bake and sell macaroons and you ship them overnight to however many customers, and you can do 1 a day or 5 a day, and that ends up being $1 million macaroon business. You could start a podcast about friendship bracelets, and your friendship bracelet podcast is so niche and so unique, and you sell your friendship bracelets on Etsy or something like that, and you get $10,000 in sales every month. I mean, there's so many endless ways to have a unique business that it's just like miracles happening all over the place. And I watch all kinds of different people's channels, and I see their lives change in a matter of a year or something like that. And yeah, a lot of people, they just show the good stuff, so they're not showing like all the hard times and stuff. And yeah, a lot of people have fake Lamborghinis and fake yachts and fake trips and fake houses, and maybe not everything's true, but there's so many people that seem very genuine, and their lives are really totally unique, and you can tell that they've achieved something. Maybe it's not as like grandiose as they might portray it, but I do see hundreds, if not thousands, of successful people online all the time. I mean, I don't see 1,000 a day necessarily, but I could spend 10 minutes kind of searching people, looking up different things, and I'm pretty sure I could find 20 unique people that have made something happen in a year's time just researching for an hour. And I do feel bad for all the newscasters and the TV actresses and the movie stars and the talk show comedians. You know, I think they've had a good run, but it's time for new jobs. That doesn't mean that all those people can't still do what they do and do what they love, but now it's just going to be different. I mean, YouTube views and all these unique YouTubers are just blowing the normal TV stats just out of the water, and you can just tell where the money is. And now with social media dying, it's going to be really important to know how to build a show, how to communicate with an audience without a social media company owning your entire audience and not really having direct connections. Like I said, I've never been a build your email list person. I've just ignored too many emails, and signed up for too many things to get a free workshop or a free something. I've just never really valued. I have my burner email that I give out to get free things, and everyone has that. If I get 1 million emails from somebody that I signed up 20 years ago for something, maybe not that long. I've just never been like a fan of building an email list. In 2020, that has changed. My opinion on that has changed because I can't remember who, but somebody was saying that you really want to be on an email list because you want them to ignore you. If they don't unsubscribe and they just keep getting that annoying email just to ignore you or just to delete it, it's because they kind of want you on their mind for whatever your business is. The fact that they're not unsubscribing, but they're just deleting that email means that some way, somehow, they do feel like you're going to eventually offer something important that they want. Emailing a bunch of people that have signed up for a list just to be deleted is actually a really good thing. I do in that way see the benefit. And now that there's so many social media platforms and it's just too crazy, I do feel like having that one directory where people can find you always and you own it, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You could even use a free Wix and just direct one URL, like maybe your name, yourname.com URL type of URL, something memorable and easy that people can just, when they think of you, they think of that website and they type it in, and it's just kind of your directory of write me at your favorite place, or send me a direct text here, or send me a direct email here. And that's kind of like the new way. That's the new business card, I guess, which doesn't necessarily feel new. The days of, add me on Facebook and we'll be connected forever. The old ways of doing things are just changing, and yeah, industries are dying. Whoever you are, you can take your unique skills and you can definitely build something new, and there's a million ways to do it. You don't have to be dramatic. You don't have to quit your job one day and be poor for 10 years before you finally find success. There's just different ways to do it. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You can still have a job, or you can do both. You can have a business and a job. The ideas are endless. The opportunities you create for yourself are endless. And most importantly, there's no more gatekeepers. You don't need a book publisher. You don't need a movie studio. You don't need a record label. You don't need all the things that everyone kind of sits and waits for someone else to help them be successful. You can just do it. Then you can figure out all the professional stuff as you're building and getting better at whatever you're doing. Anyway, today I was just seeing tons and tons of proof of people making totally unique lives and their dreams happening. So I guess I was just motivated to talk about that today. I guess that's a show. So I still don't know how to end the show. So I'm just going to play the music.